Man, what's good with it, everybody? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with yet along another one. Uh, I'm gonna talk about this situation right now with Shaq. Make sure y'all hit the like, sub, comment, notifications, uh, all of that. You know the deal. You know the drill. Now, Shaquille O'Neal, as you know, um, despite what some people may think, man, he is a businessman. Okay, he is a businessman, and Uh, he's going to go ahead and purchase. Oh, 1 second. Give me 1 second. Now he's purchasing Reebok from Adidas in a $1 billion deal. Um, you know, I don't think a lot of people understood the history of when Shaq used to be with with Reebok, but I used to like his shoes. His shoes were nice. Him and the Sean Kemp's. I loved all their shoes. But a lot of people don't understand that there was some bad blood between him and Reebok. It was a while back because he had a discrepancy with with an old lady who called him a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, it was he walked away from a $40 million Reebok shoe deal. You know, and this is what he said. He said, "quote I had $2,000 in my pocket. I said, lady, I don't make the prices. Here you go." And she smacked the money out of my hand, and she said, "Why don't you motherfuckers make a shoe that's affordable?" And the scolding, that's when he decided to turn down that Reebok deal, and then that's when he started making his shoes anywhere from $29 to $19. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm gonna be straight up 100 with you. If you went to the gym with some Shacks and and you bought them from Walmart, oh, you was getting clowned. Now, me, luckily, man, I didn't give a fuck if I wore any type of shoes. I was finna go at you regardless. But yeah, he's finna buy a Reebok from Adidas, and I think that's a good move because he already doing his thing with advertising for the general. Then on top of that, he got Papa John's. Um, as well as other things that he's got his hand into. Uh, Now I know that he's collaborated with Damian Lillard on the Shacknosis. Uh, he's I don't know if y'all remember the Shacknosis, but he's teaming up with Damian Lillard to bring out the Shacknosis, and they're supposed to be released in on the first. They're going to be released on the first, but they took to Twitter and everything. So I think it's a hell of a move for Shaq, man. It's a hell of a move for Shaq. He uh he definitely. is making a power move because he was he was with Pepsi and Nestle, and he was with Disney at one time. He made Orlando pretty much, an entity, especially when it came to like All Star Weekend and stuff like that, and NBA Jam things, jam sessions, stuff like that. Man, Shaq was making the most money at one time in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? His cards were starting to be up there with Jordan. He was making that much money. You know what I'm saying? It came to the point where they wasn't even putting the dude on video games. Um, but he's a extremely sharp businessman. You know, uh, and he's developed over the years. A lot of people think that Shaq is dumb, but this guy he's a businessman. Now, do I agree with some of the things that Shaq do and say? No, absolutely not. But one thing that you can't deny is that this man is aggressive when it comes to the business side of things. Uh, I think he advertises for a gold bond. You said Westbrook joined last year, uh, Champions Laker with top two players, no backlash. Had KD joined 19 Raptors, Lou Williams. It would be the same double standards of so-called NBA analysts. Okay, well, hey, that's your opinion, but we pretty much we talking about Shaq and his business his business ventures right now. But I just think that it's a power move, for Shaq. I wonder what else he's gonna be into. See what a lot of people gotta understand is that these guys they think after basketball. Shaq had already set up to where he was thinking about basketball, even though he was ring chasing and stuff. I think still Shaq was thinking after basketball, like uh, Patrick Mahomes. He thinking life after basketball with him getting his hand into Whataburger because he purchased like 30 Whataburgers franchises in the city of Kansas City, in Kansas City or in the Midwest. So that's definitely what we have to look at. I I slept on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I slept on Shaq from a business standpoint. I slept on Shaq. I slept on him. But now I can understand why he does all these commercials he was doing with Gold Bond. He purchased he became uh the owner of Papa John's, try to turn the company around, make it more better. Now he got Reebok. And let's just face it, Reebok hasn't been what it once was. But I used to like Reebok, especially with AI shoe with Bubba Chucks and the questions. I absolutely used to love his shoes. You know, the Sean Kemp's. Uh, who else was with? I forget who else was with Reebok. Who else was with Reebok? Let me see. With Reebok. Uh, let's see. Okay, uh, AI, of course, uh, Rajon Rondo. I'm talking about back in the days, though. Of course, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh yeah, D Brown, D Brown. Uh, it just a lot of players, man, and they had some dope shoes. But the Reebok pumps, man, is something that'll never die, man. I love them. I absolutely love them shoes. I think the Reebok pumps. Nah, 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 nah. No, he didn't. No, he didn't turn. He turned down the Reebok deal back in the days. That was back in the days. Not not now. He purchased Reebok from Adidas. I didn't know Rodman had pumps. I remember Rodman. Rodman had the Nike. He had those Nike. He had two pairs of Nikes when he signed with Nike. Uh, Let me see. Okay, so he did. Okay, so he did have. Okay, he did have Rodman pumps. Yeah, you're right. You're right, John Wick. You're right. You're right. You're right about that. You said shares? Nah, it was for 2.4 bit 2.4 million. 2.4 billion, I'm sorry. And yeah, he does yeah, it's shares. Um he's agreed to buy for the share if that's what you mean. I thought okay, that's what you mean for the shares. Yeah. But it was for 2.4 billion, and the group is with Authentic Brands Group, ABG, and that's the group that he has shares in. So that's who Shaq is. That's who he rolling with. But see, he didn't want to be with Reebok back in the days because the lady had smacked the money smacked something out of his hands and said, "Why don't your shoes be, cheaper and everything?" And that's at the time when shoes were starting to get really, really expensive, man. Shacks were expensive. Of course, Jordans were expensive. I mean, for that time, man. But I think it's a great move, man. It's good to bring Reebok back to what it once was. Him teaming up with Dame Lillard, that's gonna be that's gonna be great for him. We got to see what takes place next. And I know with Reebok, having like a good history, we hope to see some of those top shoes arise again. And like I said, the Shaq Gnosis, those are classics, man. Those were classics. Yeah, yeah. He got Shaq. He got Papa John's. Of course, he spokesman for Gold Bond. The General is starting to be its own entity. In terms of insurance and yeah. But John Wick, he's teaming up with Damian Lillard too. The new Shaq Gnosis are gonna be out on September the 1st, which will be pretty much on Wednesday. Yeah, it'll be out on the 1st, and because Damian Lillard is with Reebok, and those shoes they're gonna be different. They're gonna be like different colors. I think it's gonna be they're gonna have like the black and the white. See, I don't know. I, that's a good question. I think that's probably his goal. That's probably gonna be his goal right there to make him. Yeah. So he's teaming up with Damian Lillard to um to put those shoes out. But I think that the I think that him going to Reebok, it possibly would make those shoes drop in pricing or whatever. But I don't know. We have to see because those are classics. Those are classics. You have to understand when it comes to classics, man. You're gonna shed out some bread, man. I had a pair of Shaq Gnosis at one point. This is Shaq Gnosis. This is Shaq Gnosis. Yeah, I appreciate it, John Wick, but like I said, man, that's not even my focus. My focus is to push out good content for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all great, you know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm just glad the ones that's been supporting me all through this thing. I don't get caught up in the numbers and all of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I just grind and do whatever's necessary. You know what I'm saying? I try to push out good content to y'all. I try to open up this panel for y'all and stuff so y'all could come in and cook and everything. I don't get caught up in all the numbers and all that type of stuff, man. I try to I try to put out good content for y'all, man. And only gonna get better too. But as far as the numbers, I don't pay attention to that sort of thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I just like chopping it up with y'all. There's some people that don't, you know, that want to come in here and talk about different stuff. And that's why I put it out to y'all. There's some people that want to be inspired. That's why I talk to y'all. There's some people that want to be motivated. That's why I talk to y'all. There's some people that want to talk about life. That's why I talk to y'all. So that's what it's about. I don't get caught up in, oh yeah, I got this much number, that much number. Hey man, if you support my content, I thank you. You know what I'm saying? But we all gonna grow together. This is what a community is about. It's about growing together, man. But Y'all tell me what you think, man. Uh, like this video, share, subscribe. Also, hit them notifications too so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Until then, it's Polo Sports Talking ENT. I'm going to get at y'all later.